to show you how do I play the start guitar solo on this 1968 Gibson SG. Interesting, I read online Paul Weller was interviewed about his guitars, and when asked which of any of his guitars that he's played in his whole life, if he was left on the proverbial desert island that he'd like to be left with, he said he would be most happy having his 1968 Gibson SG, which is what I'm fortunate enough to be holding here today. Beautiful guitar, very thin neck, very easy to break the headstocks on these. So if you can find one that's nearly 50 years old that doesn't have a break in the headstock, that's a great thing. What he said he liked so much about the guitar, apart from the fact that it's very beautiful, which it is the fact that it's capable of, you know, some very silky, jazzy, warm tones. But, you know, if you throw the toggle switch down into the neck position and throw a little distortion on it, it's capable of, you know, some fabulous crunch. And, you know, the vibrato is a really nice addition to have on it as well. On the Sound Effects LP back in '80, I don't think Weller played his SG on that. I may be wrong. I've always thought he played a Rickenbacker. But I've seen him do it live some, even way back, and even back then he used an SG for playing Start. I think because it just gave the extra crunch that he was looking for. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera up a little bit, I think, rather than back there, because you don't have a good angle. Let's see if I can get this down here at my fretboard. There, that looks a little better. Let's see, we're here at the 13th fret where we start our first bend and go into the first part of the solo. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so there we're bending the 13th, kind of creating a 14th, you know. So we're going to bend and then come to the 12th or the 11th, back to the 12th at the G string, and then we're going to the 10th and the 9th on the G string with vibrato, and then open on that G string. And I think that's probably one of the reasons Weller decided to do the solo here, was because he could make use of the open string note to give it, you know, a lot more anger and a lot more oomph and confidence, rather than fretting a note. You know, this, let's see, where are we? Here we are. So again, we're right, and I'm going to try not to say that word because I say that way too much. But so here we are now for the second part of the solo at the 12th fret on the D string, and he does this kind of quick succession of like 5 plucks like that. I think that's the hardest part of the solo actually to do. So there we just went from the 12th to the 9th to the 10th. So there I'm at the 9th, at the 10th, and then bend the 10th. Back to the 10, no bend. Back to 9. And then open angry note again. Okay? So we'll try that again. Okay? Then the last part of the solo is here at the 9th fret B string, and he bends it. And then he plays the 10th fret on the G string, then drops to the 7th G, back to the 10th, then to the B string, then to the high E, and then an open D. So again, that goes like this. Whoops. So that's that part of the solo, right? So and then he drops right into his chords here. So we're at the 7th fret, barring with only the A string at the 9th. And then we go to the 10th, barring in an E shape. You know, and then he's up here. So that's the solo as I understand it. Now, I don't know if that was all that helpful, but I think those are the notes that he's playing, you know? Now, I've seen a Russell Hastings variant on this. So here's how Hastings plays it. And then into that. So again, that's the same as the other one. We start here at the 9th. But then Hastings jumps right up here to the high E at the 10th. And then he bends at the 9th on the B string. Then he catches the G string at the 10th. And then with his pinky he plays the 12th fret at the A. So those are a couple of different ways to approach that solo. I hope that was worth your time. Thanks for watching.